Nyakati kamilifu kwa Kiswahili. Perfect tenses in Swahili. Hello, welcome again to this channel. Today we are going to learn about different perfect tenses in Swahili. Please don't forget to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Like and comment if you have anything to say. You can as well share to your friends and family so that you can learn Swahili together. Thank you and karibuni sana. Knowing all Swahili tenses will make you more confident in general Swahili conversations. And today we're starting with perfect tenses. Tenses help us in knowing the way to view a verb, and tenses are about a completed or an ongoing verb or action. It can be in the past, present, or future. Perfect tense looks at a certain point in time to another point in time. The present perfect simple and the past perfect simple have similar forms. Present perfect tense, when we start looking at positive tenses, they are formed as follows. They have the subject, have or has, and the past participle. So we have an example here in Swahili. Nimewahi kufika Congo. I have been to Congo. Here, you cannot arrange this the format in Swahili because some of the words are combined. But in English, you can see I is the subject, have or has. Here we have used have is between after the subject. Then we have the past participle, been to somewhere. So here an example that we have is Congo. Nimewahi kufika Congo. I have been to Congo. This is the positive tense of the present perfect tense. Past perfect tense, positive tenses are formed as the following, here as it is shown below. Subject had plus past participle. And in Swahili you can say niliwahi kufika Congo, meaning I had been to Congo. Nimewahi kufika Congo is the present perfect tense, and niliwahi kufika Congo is past perfect simple tense. When you change these sentences into negative, the prefix of the verb as usual changes to si from ni. I believe you all remember the negative sentences. If it is niliwahi, the negative changes to sikuwahi. So the infix me in the perfect tense changes to ja. For example, nimewahi kufika Congo. This is a affirmative sentence. I have been to Congo. And the negative is sijawahi kufika Congo. I have never been to Congo. So you can see here me changes to ja as a negative, and the prefix ni as an affirmative changes to si in a negative format. Nimewahi, sijawahi. Then the infix li in the past perfect simple tense changes to ku. Niliwahi kufika Congo. Sikuwahi kufika Congo. If someone says niliwahi kufika Congo, it means he or she is saying I had been to Congo. Sikuwahi kufika Congo means I had never been to Congo. Present perfect tense is used to look back from the point of time. Present perfect simple tense looks back from the present time, while the past perfect simple looks back from a point in the past, and the future perfect simple looks back from the point in the future. So the easier way to remember this is present perfect is looking back from the present. And past perfect, look back from the past. Future, look back from the point in the future. Now, past simple tense is mostly used to talk about life experiences to a specific point of time and not exactly about the time of the life experience. An example that we have here, nimewahi kufika Congo, I have been to Congo. It means at some point in life up to now I went to Congo. The exact time is not known, but the action is completed. This can also be about life experiences up to current time or before a point in the past. And an example that we have here is nilikuwa nimeshafika Kongo wakati nilipomaliza shule. Nilikuwa nimeshafika Kongo wakati nilipomaliza shule means I had been to Congo by the time I finished school. I had been to Congo by the time I finished school. Future simple tense is mostly used to talk about experiences that will be complete by a specific point in the future. And here is an example. Nitakuwa nimefika Kongo wakati nitakapomaliza shule. Nitakuwa nimefika Kongo wakati nitakapomaliza shule means I will have been to Congo by the time I finish school. I will have been to Congo by the time I finish school. It means after I finish school, I will be in Congo, but I don't know the exact time. The action of going to Congo will finish after I finish school. That is the only thing I know. So this is the future simple tense. Now, present perfect simple tense can also talk about states and actions that begin before a certain point of time to the same point. It is about the duration of the action up to a certain time or about how long has the action lasts. Present perfect simple tense can be used to explain about states or actions that begin in the past and continue to the present, but not sure if it will continue in the future. Here's an example. Niliishi Congo kwa miaka 10. I had lived in Congo for 10 years. So this sentence is open. You cannot tell if the person is still living in Congo and will continue to live in Congo or not. Present perfect simple tense. As we know, perfect tense can also talk about states and actions that begin before a certain point of time to the same point. It is also about the duration of the action up to a certain time or about how long has the action lasted. Present perfect simple tense can be used to explain about states or actions that began in the past and continue to the present, but not sure if it will continue in the past. And you can say, nimeishi Kongo kwa miaka 10. Nimeishi Congo kwa miaka 10 means I have lived in Congo for 10 years. This means I started living in Congo 5 years ago to now, and maybe I'll continue living in Congo. Past perfect simple tense is used to talk about states and actions that began in the past and continued up to a later point in the past. An example that we have here is niliishi Congo kwa miaka 10 wakati nilipomaliza shule. Niliishi Congo kwa miaka 10 wakati nilipomaliza shule. I had lived in Congo for 10 years after I finished school. I had lived in Congo for 10 years after I finished school. This means I started living in Congo 5 years ago, and I was still there when I finished school, and it is not known if I was still living in Congo after that or not. Future perfect simple. This is about states and actions that will continue to a point in the future. Example, nitakuwa nimeishi Kongo kwa miaka 10 baada ya kumaliza shule. Nitakuwa nimeishi Kongo kwa miaka 10 baada ya kumaliza shule. I will have lived in Congo for 5 years by the time I finish school. I will have lived in Congo for 5 years by the time I finish school. And what does this mean? It means I will start living in Congo before I finish school, and I will be there for 5 years in Congo after I finish school. Perfect simple tense. Perfect simple tenses can be used to talk about things that happened before a point in time but are relevant to that point. It is about the consequences of an action. They happen in the past but still important in the current time. An example, nimekuwa nikiishi Kongo kwa miaka mingi, hivyo nimezoea hali ya hewa ya nchi hiyo. Nimekuwa nikiishi Kongo kwa miaka mingi, hivyo nimeizoea hali ya hewa ya nchi hiyo. I have been to Congo for many years, or you can say I have been living in Congo for many years, so I am used to that country's weather condition. This is a past action with a current consequences. With current consequences or a current consequence. Perfect simple tense can also be used to talk about an event in the past and it was important at a later date in the past. Example, nilikuwa nikiishi Kongo kwa miaka mingi, hivyo nilikuwa nimezoea hali ya hewa ya nchi hiyo. Nilikuwa nikiishi Kongo kwa miaka mingi, hivyo nilikuwa nimezoea hali ya hewa ya nchi hiyo. This sentence can be translated in English as, I had been living in Congo for many years, so I was used to that country's weather condition. This is a past action with a past consequences. And that is all for today. Welcome again to watch more videos on this channel. Thank you.